Oh, it's not gonna have a camera, just a voice.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so for letter C. For letter C, we need to figure out the angles in order from smallest to largest. And green. Whoops. Okay. So, what is the smallest angle, Adrian? 2. Angle 2, you guys agree? Angle 2, perfect. The next one, Madison.
Angle 1.
Angle 1, you guys agree? Yes, and so that must mean angle 3 is the last one. Questions about this? No? Okay. So, next part, triangle inequality theorem. The sum of the lengths of any two sides of the triangle is greater than the length of the third side. Okay, so if we have a triangle here, that means if we were to add the side lengths AB and BC, it will be greater than this third side. And there is 3 different combinations that we could do, and you can see that right here. Okay, so that means that AC plus BC must be greater than AB. If that is not true, then it's not a triangle. Okay, so let's look at this first example. So we have 3 different combinations that we can use. We can use 5 plus 12 is greater than 6. Is that true? Yes? That's good. What? Okay. What about 6 plus 12? Is that greater than 5? Yes. And what about our last combination? 5 plus 6, is that greater than 12? No. So that means that this cannot be a triangle. So, nope. Huh? Not a triangle. No, not a triangle.
But you could draw it as a triangle, right?
No, you can't.
So there's no possible way you can put that into
You could not have 5 inches, if you had a stick or something that's 5 inches, a stick that's 6 inches, and a stick that's 12 inches. If you were to try to form a triangle, it wouldn't work. It would look more like this. This is what would happen. You would have this long side here, and they wouldn't quite be able to meet. They wouldn't. I don't know if I drew that correctly.
it's still technically a triangle.
No, it wouldn't fold down though. It wouldn't be possible.
It's still it looks like a triangle. It's just missing a few parts.
Yeah, maybe I didn't do the angle quite right. I don't know. It would be off though. It wouldn't be able to make it. Yes. Yeah. Either on that side or over there, wherever you want to. Any other questions about this? Does this make sense? How I figured those out. Okay, so a triangle has, we did that. Let's jump down to number 1 and practice those because we just went over that. So you're going to look at A, and you might not have to write it all out, but if it helps you, go ahead and write it all out. It would be 6 plus 7 is greater than 11. That works out. 7 plus 11 is greater than 6. That works out. And then, what are we missing? 11 plus 6 or 6 plus 11 is greater than 7. And that also works out. So yes, this is a triangle. And then try B and C on your own. And I'll check it out when you have those. Okay. So is B a triangle? No, it's not a triangle. Not a triangle. Reason for that, 9 plus 8 is not greater than 20. That's the one that it will mess up on. And then the last one, is it a triangle? No. And for this, it is 6 plus 3. Is that greater than 9? No, it's equal to 9. So that does not work out. Questions about those? Okay, let's move on to the other example. So I'm up here at B now, so we'll do one together and then we'll practice. Let me erase that. A triangle has one side length of 12 and another side length of 8. Find the possible values of x if x is the length of the third side of the triangle. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up three different inequalities. 3 different inequalities that look something like this. Okay, so this is our side lengths. We have 12, 8, and x are unknown. And we need to set up 3 different inequalities just like we did before. So the first inequality might look like this. X plus 8 is greater than 12. Okay. Then you might have x plus 12 is greater than 8. And then 12 plus 8 is greater than x. So those are your 3 inequalities that you should set up. Because we're looking for a range that x could be in. All the possibilities. Once you have these set up, you guys know how to solve inequalities? So imagine it was just an equal sign there. So how could we solve for x? Well, we'd subtract 8 on both sides. So this becomes x is greater than 4. Does that make sense, or do I need to go over that a little bit more in depth? Okay. So what would the next one be? X is greater than what?
-4.
X is greater than -4. Well, that one doesn't really matter to us because we can't have a negative side length. So you could kind of just not even think about that one. Okay. And then the last one we get is x is less than 20. Is that what we got? So x can be in a range. It's got to be greater than 4 and less than 20. Makes sense? Do we know how? Huh? Yeah, but we're going to write it as an inequality statement. Hold on. Why can't I move over? Oh, because I'm out of room. Wonderful. So we'd write 4. That would be your final answer. Sorry, it's getting all smushed. So that tells us that x has to be greater than 4 and less than 20. You guys think you could find the range for the other 2? Right underneath.
I think I could.
Oh, good. That should be okay. So for A, it needs to be greater than 1, less than 7. And for B, what does it need to be? Greater than what? 6 and less than 30. Okay. Questions about that? No? Okay, let's go on to the back. Let's get this. So, whoa, why did I do that? Okay, so the hinge theorem we've already talked about, so I don't know if I really need to read it. So that was kind of this example up here, right? So if the larger angle is across from the longer side and the smaller angle is across from the shorter side. I can read the theorem for you if you guys want. No. Yes. If two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the included angle of the first is larger than the included angle of the hinge angle of the second, then the third side of the first is longer than the third side of the second.
I followed. So not even
Yeah. If two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, then the third side of the first is longer than the third side of the second. Then the included angle of the first is larger than the included angle of the second. So, I mean, it's similar to what we just did on the front, not exact, but let's just take a look at, why does it say that? Okay, I don't know. All it is saying is for this example, this angle right here is 88 degrees, and the side length across from it, xw. And then we have the angle that is 35, and across from it is st. Okay. Notice that they have matching side lengths. Okay, but this is the hinge angle they're talking about. Since this hinge angle is larger than this one, that means that xw is larger than st. You've given me a lot of stares, and I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes okay. So if we're looking at it the opposite of that, and we're looking at the side length here is 12, opposite of that, the hinge angle is C, and opposite of side length DE is the hinge angle F. So which one is going to be larger, angle C or F? C. Not only just because it tells us and it looks it, but what's the reason? Yes. Yeah, 12 is bigger than 9. You like this lesson? Yeah, yep. So sometimes they might be equal to each other. If they're equal to each other, what do you think about the side lengths? What are the side lengths going to be? Equal as well. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and dive into the first example. So we're just going to write either less than, greater than, or equal to. And we're going to look at side lengths AC. So here's AC and EG. Where's EG? Okay. And the angles that are opposite. Okay, we look at the angles opposite. They're both 32 degrees. So what symbol are we going to put in between these two? Equal sign. Good. Do you guys think you could do the next few? Okie dokie. Possibly the rest of the worksheet.
Is this our homework?
No.
No, we have one on.
But I will give you, that could be your ticket. If you finish this notes, I will give you the homework. Sorry, my hand's pushing out.
How many questions?
Is the homework? Over 20. 20, 30 maybe?
Oh,
Can
we do all the events? No.
we do only odds?
I thought she was kidding.
I'm not kidding. There's 29.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you. Wow. Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord, I thought it was gonna be 30.
Yeah. Well, 4 is correct, and then 20. Your homework.
Same
thing.
Yeah.
7. 7.
I would just say 6.
Did I say 2? For this one. So,
Oh.
take to the bottom 6 and I'll give you your work. It looks fantastic. There's your prize.
I don't like my prize. Can I exchange it?
For another one.
A different prize.
What do you think this one?
I'd accept candy.
You accept it?
I'd accept
Any questions?
Okay, are we supposed to be checking the problem?
No, not every problem. Just when you have it all finished, I'm gonna look over a few and then give you your homework.
Why are they down?
It's our homework like the last one.
Some of it.
It's only 29.
Not
It's not that hard.
And then do the bottom 6. You don't have to write out all the inequalities if you're able to do some of it in your head. And the top 10 or the, yeah. Yes. I'm just on 6. Good, there you go. Here you go.
So like I know that 6 plus 4.
No, you don't have to show all this. You can figure it out just if it is or not. Now, on a quiz or a test, I might want you to show me the work. How is this one? You can turn in your notes. Like I said, the top 10, all I really need is the yes or no. If you want to write out all the inequalities, you can. Totally up to you. Yeah. I think it's doable, though. I feel like it was unfair. Oh, I forgot to stop.